Getting it Hardaway, the T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If it's your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button. We talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day and not just today. Today we here with the boxing EP. I'm gonna give y'all all my boxing picks for the week from top to bottom. I'm gonna give y'all methods as well on this thing, right? So we finna get the job done. Done or Dun, however you wanna spell it, however you feeling, right? So the first fight, we got fights today, right? We got fights tonight, right? Now we got a full card. Just want the truth. What's good, truth? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Truth, what's good, man? If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on there, man. Whether you passing through or you whether you passing through or you making it do what it do, right? Greatly appreciate you sliding through. If y'all could just tap that thumbs up for your boy, man. So we gonna get into the first fight, right? Cause I'm gonna try to condense this right here as much as I can, right? I'm gonna try to condense this as much as I can so I don't spend a whole bunch of time on this, right? So y'all could, swiftly go through and get y'all picks, right? So we got one fight today. Well, now actually we got a full card today, right? But my book only has two of them. Maybe we'll get maybe we'll get more on the line a little later, right? Maybe we'll get more, fights to drop on the books a little later. But right now, we only got two, right? So those are the two that I tape studied, and I feel like I got both of uh my winners, right? I feel like I got both my winners in this. I'm locked in on the method in this fight. So the first thing we go run in this, right? Katiev, he's an Olympian. He's fighting Denise. Now, while I don't think Denise is trash, right? I do think this is a fight that they're putting Katiev in. You know, he could win, right? It's a winnable fight for Katiev, right? So I am going to go Katiev in his first fight. And I'm gonna go Katiev by knockout. Now the odds aren't overly great. -280 is something that we most definitely would have to parlay, which is exactly what we're going to do, right? But Katiev is the first pick, right? And Katiev KO would be what we would run in that thing, what I'm most confident with, right? So Katiev is the pick, Katiev KO. And I'm gonna just throw money line in there because I think he wins it, right? So that's pretty much what that signify, right? But Cardiel KO, one of my more confident picks of the week for the boxing card, right? Think he's going to land in KO. Think it's going to be a highlight reel KO. This fight, I am sold on the winner, right? But of course, especially with boxing, this next fight, right? I am sold on the winner, but of course, with boxing, the odds sometimes are terrible. We got a -1450, right? The dog is +620, right? So if you feel like the dog may have a chance, then you're not saying what I'm saying right now, right? But with this next fight, the next guy, he he's I'm leaning, Guzman in this fight. Guzman should win right now. Guzman is a lock, right? I think Guzman is a lock to win, right? And I'm leaning Guzman knockout, right? Guzman points decision is -115. The knockout is +120. The guy that he's fighting, he has a good jab. He's a decent athleticism, but he's straight up and down, right? Doesn't have a whole lot of power himself, right? Guzman has sneaky power. He got short arms, right? So he's going to be giving us arm reach, right? So they could be a problem. He's going to have to be able to get on the inside. So I do think he win. That's why I'm a little reluctant rather to go, knockout or not, right? But I'm thinking Guzman by knockout. I think he wins this for sure. But that money line ain't really worth a whole lot at all at minus 1400. But I'm thinking Gumont knockout, right? So today we're going to go Gumont knockout, and we're going to go Gassiev knockout. We're going to knock out both the main event, and I said we're going to knock out. We're going to parlay up both the main event and the co-main event, right? We're gonna take them both 4 KOs, and that'll get us to plus, you know what I mean, 200 on both. But Kadiev KO or the money line, and then you got Gumont KO or the money line. When I put the money line there, the odds are terrible. So that's just me saying that I think they go win. That's my way of saying that, I think they go win. I think they both win. I think they both are locks to win it, right? But those money lines aren't going to get you a whole lot. I'm more confident in the Kadiev knockout, right, than I am the Gumont knockout. The Gumont knockout is plus money though, right? But I do have Gumont KO and I have Kadiev KO in the 2 fights that are today, right? Moving on into Friday, we got 1 fight on the Friday, right? We got Pulev and Gassiev. I think this fight is going to be, semi-competitive for a certain amount of time, right? If Gassiev is anything worth anything, right? He should be able to beat this old Kurab Pulev. Kurab Pulev is about 42 years old, right? And I'm not fact checking it, but he's literally right now, right? About 40 years old, 41 at least. I think he's 41 years old. You know what I mean? He's up there in age. Gassiev is 32 years old. He's in his prime, 10 times more prime than Kurab Pulev, right? Let's get the exact age on Kurab Pulev real quick. Let me pull this up. I do got Gassiev in this fight, y'all, just to tell y'all, man. I can't bet on old Kurab. Kurab Pulev is going to have to be able to outbox Gassiev, which I'm not saying that he can't do, because Gassiev is going to have to get on the inside. He's going to be smaller than Kurab Pulev, right? Kurab Pulev 6'4", 79-inch arm reach. They don't even have his age listed in here, but I bet he's every bit of about 41, 42. You got a Gassiev, he's 6'2" and a half with a 76-inch arm reach, right? So he's going to be giving up a little size, right? A little height, right? He just lost a split decision to Wilder. I do think if Kurab Pulev was a little younger, right, he should be able to, he should be able to win this fight. I think Wilder right now is better than Kurab Pulev. I think Kurab Pulev may be the best fighter out of all three of these guys, right? If we're going like prime for prime. But right now, split decision lost to Wilder, right? So his goal was to outbox you. Kurab Pulev's goal was going to be to outbox you, because at this point in his career, he's not, going in there menacingly knocking guys out anymore, right? So I necessarily don't see him menacingly knocking out, you know what I mean, Gassiev, right? As long as Gassiev don't gas, you know what I mean, he should be able to win this fight, right? He should be able to win this fight fairly smoothly, you know what I mean? I think, because I think he's just, more of the primed athlete. He got a lot more knockouts, right? The younger guy, prime fight is just harder puncher, right? At this point, I'm just saying every reason, I'm just saying every reason. I don't see a reason to take Pulev right now, unless you just like chasing the plus money, right? Unless you just like chasing it, plus money. But I don't see Kurab Pulev being Gassiev at this point in his career, right? So I got Gassiev for the win in the only Friday fight, right, that we're going to take. Right, it's the only Friday fight that I got on my book really worth the bet, right? So we're going to go Gassiev money line, and Gassiev knocking Kurab Pulev out. I'm not really sure. You know what I mean? Not really sure that. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. But yeah, I'm not really sure that if he gonna get the knockout or he gonna go points decision. Actually, we're gonna go a little long. I ain't go straight. I'm finna roll up. Big dog. Let's roll one. Man. We gonna stretch that time. I ain't gonna speed it. I'm gonna put together a parlay at the end of this thing too, right here, man. So we go. I'm gonna give us a parlay before we roll out of here. I'm gonna give us a parlay before we roll out of here, man. But Gassiev on the line. I'm actually thinking Gassiev decision, but I'm not ultra confident. I wouldn't really want to be betting it. If I was going to play that, I'd probably play Gassiev on the money line, which is what we're going to put in here, right? Which is what we're going to put in here. All right. So Gassiev money line is minus 380, right? So the books are with me as far as the Gassiev and Pulev. Like I just think Pulev will gas, man. You know what I mean? Not even gas to get knocked out. I just don't think he will have enough gas to be able to finish the fight, to win the fight, right? Gassiev KO is minus 102. Gassiev points decision is plus 230. Fizzle, what's good, Fizzle? Gassiev decision is plus 230. You know, I can see Gassiev probably is going to knock Pulev, right? Minus 105. That ain't bad at all, right? But let's just throw the money line in here right now, right? Let's go Gassiev money line. Uh, let's go Katiev KO. We go build us a parlay up until Saturday. What's good, Fizzle? Right, so Gassiev KO. We're just going to throw Guman in here money line, right? Because we're going to make us, a parlay for the week. We just gonna build up into it, right? We're gonna go Guman money line. We got Usamano versus Maxi Hughes right now. When I first looked at this, I was like, maybe, we might be able to get a little dog money. You know what I mean? On Maxi Hughes, right? But the more I watch tape on the guy, he's going to be bigger than Maxi Hughes. I think he's going to be more athletic than Maxi Hughes, right? 11 wins, 5 KOs, so not just the most menacing puncher, right? But he will knock you out. He's about a little less than 50%. What would it be? About 45%. You know what I mean? So knockout ability there. Maxie Hughes has only been stopped once. Got stopped by a guy like Williams or Pater. And I ain't gonna lie, this guy that Maxie Hughes is fighting, he's just active enough, just athletic enough, just tall enough, just rangy enough. You know what I mean? To actually, possibly stop Maxie Hughes, right? If he can put the pace on him. Like I'm thinking it's going to be a pace there with him. I'm gonna take Usamanov, on the line for parlay purposes, right? That we cooking up right now. We go take him on the line, right? But if I had to take a side in it, man, I probably was him to stop Maxi. Him to stop Maxi is plus 175. So not too far fetched, right? Good value on it, but not too far fetched, right? It's not like plus 375, right? 275. You know what I mean? Not even up in the two, still in the ones a little bit, right? But in the ones high enough to where we get pretty good value on it. His decision is minus 110, right? This fight is probably, if I played this, I would probably try Usamanov knockout, right? If I played the method right, but we're gonna throw Usamanov money line, you know what I mean, in here. But right, if I was playing the method in that, I probably would take Usamanov knockout just, value purposes, right? But Usamanov for the win over Maxi. My bad. I'm supposed to be putting these in the ticker, man. I'm tripping. And I skipped some fights, but we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get the order right. Where we at? Yeah, Usman over my bad. Over Hughes. And this, let me get that off the screen so I don't get too confused. Yeah, but Usmano, over Hughes. If I had to pick a side, if I had to take a method, I would probably say KO, right? But we'll go money line for parlay purposes, right? So we got Katiev KO, Gumont money line, Usmano money line, Gassiev money line right now, right? So let's move it right along. Now we moving into Saturday. Right now we moving into Saturday. So we got Pacheco versus Espinoza. Now Pacheco's name might show up as something different depending on which book that you're on. I'm on FanDuel and it says Pacheco, but I know on DraftKings it has another name in there. Let's go to DraftKings real quick and see what the other name is so I can give it to you exact. Jack, right? So it's gonna be Pacheco, and the alternate name would be Cesar Vaca, right? And Cardenas, right? Arturo Cardenas, Cesar Vaca will be his name will be Arturo Cardenas, right? So Papaco Antaro Cordinas, right? So Cordinas or Papaco is what it's gonna say, right? So Antaro Cordinas or Papaco, depending on what you got, depending on what you got on your book. What's good? I just want the truth. Let me rinse you up, bro. Damn, I got to sign in. I ain't signed in. I get you rinsed up. I'm gonna get you rinsed up for the stream. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget to get you rinsed up, man, before this stream. I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you right with the wrench, man. I'm gonna get you right with the wrench. I was gonna rush. I ain't gonna take my time on that, man. We go figure. We might figure out. We gonna figure out some best for the day while we on here. Yeah, we gonna figure out some best for the day while we on here too, man. But yeah, so Papaco versus Espinoza. I'm taking Papaco right. I think this is a nice parlay piece. This is literally like one of the better, parlay pieces because I think he wins. Right now, it's minus 500. So that money line, you will have to parlay it, right? If you asking me method of victory, they don't really have the odds out for. Let's see. Hold on. Well, let me check. DK what would be the best play on Papaco. I almost want to say Papaco knockout, right? I almost want to say, but let me see. Papaco knockout be plus 300, right? So they putting respect on Vaca name. I don't know a whole lot about Vaca. From what I seen, Papaco should be able to beat him. Their knockout being plus 300, may not be bad. Take a stab at it, right? But Papaco money line, Cardenas, yeah, 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 yeah. He pulled that right and fighting this dude instead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you know, that knockout in plus 300. And my boy just gave you, some more info. I just want the truth, just gave you some more info. You know what I mean? But that knockout being plus 300, it may be a play you want to throw a little something on the single. But I think Cardenas, right? Papaco wins the fight for sure. I think he's going to win for sure. It's just how he's going to win for parlay purposes, right? Because we just doing the long parlay right now. We go just take it on the line, right? At minus right, it's minus 550 now, right? It was minus 500 yesterday. Now it's minus 550, right? But Papaco Papaco for the win. Let's see who exactly. Hold on, let me do this real quick, y'all. Y'all hold on for a split. I'm finna recheck I'm finna recheck Kaka's record. I'm gonna see if he going to sleep. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see if I think Kaka's gonna see that plus 200. I gotta take a look right now. I gotta because I looked at it like Monday. I was supposed to do this video Monday, right? I didn't. I ended up doing the UFC Monday. But I looked at it Monday. I'm trying to refresh my memory. And this is a replacement fighter, So let's see where we at with it. They missed a lot of. It's a lot of cards. It's a lot of cards. It's always a lot of cards, right? When you just look at all of them all around the world. But it's a lot of cards in America though that I didn't even know was in America. I feel like we should have those. I feel like we should have those odds too. But let's do this. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. I'm just gonna type his goddamn name in. Arturo Papica. Papica. Yeah, bro. I'm going little homie. I think I'm let's see how many times Espinoza been KO'd. Never been KO'd. 24 years old. Lost to Sam Goodman. Robles Lania. Not just lost to Sam Goodman. Sam Goodman didn't stop him though, to his credit. Sam Goodman isn't, the best knockout puncher, you know. So I almost want to go. I almost want to go bruh KO, but we just gonna take the line. We just go take the line. In that junk. We just go take the line in that junk for parlay purposes. For parlay, my bad, y'all. We go take the line on parlay purpose, so we go see what that thing twerking like. Okay. But yeah, so we gonna take. He said he heard Goodman too. Yeah, he did. He did. I'm gonna take. Yeah, I'm gonna take Pacheco. Actually, man, Pacheco not got being plus 300 because I think them boys gonna be banging in there, right? Sam Goodman don't really got power. Pacheco got power. You know what I mean? So I kind of think they gonna be banging in there. I get it. Two tough fighters, nobody gets stopped, right? I get that. Two tough fighters, nobody gets stopped, right? I get that, but at plus 300, you got a nigga with what 16 fights and 10 KOs, something like that. 13 fights, 10 KOs, something like that. But Papa Cole for the win, that over is 8.5. So they selling the shit out there going distance. That's probably gonna be like a single Pringle. That's probably gonna be like a single Pringle that you know I take. That's probably gonna be like a single Pringle. I take for that KO, but Papico on the line for parlay purposes, right? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. My bad, I took a little minute on Papico. Had to get them odds right. Had to get them odds right for you, right? But yeah, Papico on the line. Papico on the line. And I'm gonna throw KO in there, bro, because that shit plus three. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna throw KO in there so y'all can know that if I'm probably am gonna play that plus 300 KO. You know what I mean? I'm ready. I'm excited for Papico shit like it's the main event now though. But yeah, money line, right? And the method is probably gonna be the method is probably gonna be KO on that. Chevron Clark got a fight with Anthony Holloway. Chevron Clark KO not really worth a whole lot. Mercado got a fight with Antonio Moran. With Antonio Moran, right? They think Nesto Mercado gonna knock him the fuck out, right? Mercado do be knocking shit out, right? So I do think Mercado is gonna beat Moran. I think Moran gonna give him a bit of a test though. You know what I mean? I do think Moran gonna give him a bit of a test. I do think he gonna win. His odds is minus 2,000. They're actually giving Moran no shot. We will almost have to throw Mercado KO in here to even make it worse some. And that's not really what I want to do at minus 300, right? So the betting odds on this, I know Mercado is going in there for the KO, right? But do I really want to lose my parlay because Mikado don't knock out Moran, right? Who only been knocked out once, and it was by David Haney, right? And I'm gonna put that KO. It's minus 310, right? So it ain't the greatest of things. Neither is the line, right? But we'll just put money line in here, for parlay purposes, for show purposes, right? We'll just oof, minus 2,000, oof. Seeing that in that thing, oof, right? But I digress. Scott Nicholson has a fight against Avila. I think Scott Nicholson wins. This fight is going the distance, right? Scott Nicholson been knocking people out, but I think this fight be going the distance. Scott Nicholson decision is minus 750, which is not great at all. Scott Nicholson odds at minus 2,400 ain't great at all. This lady that she's fighting actually can fight, right? So this probably be a fight that I won't be betting. So this will probably be a fight that he been stopped by Haney. Yeah, so Andy, yeah, Andy Cruz did stop him too, didn't he? Right. So yeah, I know Ernesto. So I know Ernesto, right? So I know Ernesto probably is going to win it, right? But minus 310 ain't the greatest odds for a knockout. You know what I mean? Not the greatest odds for a knockout, right? But Mercado for the win for sure. We'll wait and see on the knock. I may end up parlaying it on fight day. You know what I mean? I might end up parlaying it on fight day. Uh, yeah. So Scott Nixon on the points. Don't know if I'm gonna play that either. Right, she should win it though, but it's minus 475. We'll just put her money line in here too, right? Just for parlay purpose, right? We got Badu Jack versus McKelvin, right? And I actually picked Badu Jack to lose this fight last time, and he beat McKelvin. Then if I'm mistaken, was it a draw? Or did he beat McKelvin? I think he beat McKelvin. Right? Let's go to it to make sure. Or did I pick it? Did I take Badu Jack to lose to McKelvin? I picked Badu Jack to win the fight before that, right? When he was the dog. I think he was the favorite against McKelvin, and then I took McKelvin or something like that last fight, and they ended up Badu Jack ended up beating him. Let's go to Badu Jack, man. Let's go to Badu Jack Jack. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I think this fight is going the distance, right? I think this fight going the distance for sure. Badu Jack is the dog in this fight, right? Badu Jack is a big dog in this fight too. Like, well, not big dog, but sizable enough to where I am going to get in bed with it, right? So I am going Badu Jack for the win, right? I am going Badu Jack for the win. This will be a different card than the other card, right? But I am going Badu Jack for the win. Badu Jack, this be my dog play, right? Badu Jack is plus 136, so not a huge dog, but a dog nonetheless, right? Badu Jack is not a huge dog, but a dog nonetheless, right? We get plus money on it. And let's see. Yep, he won a majority draw against him last fight. I feel like I picked McKelvin. I feel like I picked McKelvin. I could, but I gotta go check and see that I picked Badu in that last fight. But I picked him. I picked him to stop Mukabu, right? And I picked him to beat the Rivera nigga. Right. I almost feel like I picked against him last fight, but I ain't sure. I ain't gonna say that, right? But he beat him by majority decision. I do think this fight is going the distance. No, actually, I took this fight not to go the distance last time, right? I took it not to go the distance last time, and it went the fucking distance. Right. That's what happened. That's what happened. But yeah, I had Badu Jack to win it, I think. But yeah, so I'm gonna take Badu Jack at plus 136 right in this fight. So Badu Jack on the win. Badu Jack probably wins this. Badu Jack probably wins this some bitch by decision, right? But we just go take Jack on the line at plus 136. We ain't gonna get too greedy, right? We ain't gonna get too greedy because these are big dudes, big old dudes, right? These are big dudes, big old dudes, right? But they are big dudes, right? So you just never know because they big and they old, right? They may end up, just gassing, right? Because they big and they old, right? You know what I mean? But we gonna go Badu Jack, man. Dog, money for the win, man. Plus 136. Let's hope that they don't mother him rob Badu in this thing, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. So we're not gonna throw Badu Jack in the parlay, right? Because there's plus money, right? We won't parlay plus money. We play those single, right? We got the best pillow fight you go ever see. We got Gabe Flores versus Joe Cordina, and the best pillow fight that you'll ever see. Right. Gabe Flores is 25 years old. You know what I mean? When you take into consideration that Gabe Flores already fought like multiple champions, at 25 is that could be, believe in your fighter is ready, but they can also be very, very, very bad management. Like, has this dude been a champion, right? And already lost twice, got another title shot, and ain't even 25, about to get another title shot if you win this fight, right? And ain't even 25 yet. Gabe Flores is either, you know, Gabe Flores is either he's not a bust, right? He's either a bust or a very, very poorly managed, right? You know what I mean? And him being so young at 25, right? I'm gonna say that he's poorly managed. Why was he fighting Lopez, right? Why was he fighting Lopez at 22 years old? Because that fight was at least 2 or 3 years ago. Why was he fighting Lopez at 23, 20, 21, 22 years old? That's crazy when you think about that shit on the grand scheme of things, right? And now he in the ring with Joe Cordina, right? I think this fight going the distance, right? This gonna be the best pillow fight that you ever seen, right? And that's exactly what we go put in our parlay. Will this fight go the distance? Yes, at minus 270 because I'm smarter than the average bear, right? And if I do take his side net, of course I'm gonna take Gabe Flores at the plus 240, but Joe Cordina probably gonna win the fight, right? So don't bet that fight. Bet that fight to go the distance, right? But I'm not a big believer in Cordina, man. So honestly, if I was gonna take that, it'd be a dog or pass for me, right? And the dog or pass isn't the same thing as me making the dog pick, right? A dog. So we're gonna go dog or pass. Hold on, my bad. Let me fix that real quick. So we're going to go dog or pass. Gabe Flores, but the bet is that fight to go to distance. That's gonna be the bet. I'm gonna make sure I specify. I'm gonna make sure I specify. When I drop that, right? So the bet, right, is the distance. That's what we're going with, right? And then dog or pass Flores because what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, LeBron James? What the hell, Burton? But yeah, I digress, man. So the bet is to go this. We go slap that in our parlay right now that we got cooking right now. We go slap that in the parlay that fight to go the distance, right? Let's keep it going, Jock. Let's keep it going. So main event, we got Pacheco versus Lily Sadjo. Right? When anytime you have a guy named Sadjo, you better believe he got hands. And they tell me a dude named Sadjo that don't got hands. Don't Sadjo sound like the dude in the neighborhood that got hands? Yeah, man. Sadjo took that jump from bro. Dang, Sadjo took it. Yep. Man, Sadjo still out here on that bullshit. Anybody named Sadjo, you know they go have hands. With all that being said, I'm taking Diego Pacheco. Right. Um I Pacheco, we go put We go take Pacheco on the line for parlay purpose. Right now, I got 8 picks in here, and it's at plus 300. Right, so we got a plus 300 in here right now. I got 8 picks in here. Right, mostly money lines. Right, but we gonna take Diego Pacheco to win it right on the money line. As far as that method goes, Sadjo, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If I'm going to be one to try it, if I'm going to be one to try it, man, I'm gonna go for Pacheco with the points, right? Because Pacheco didn't get a knockout in his last fight, did it? Right, Pacheco money line, right, and I'm actually thinking points, at the plus money. If I'm being totally honest with you, if I'm being brutally honest with you, I would say Pacheco probably gets that thing on the points, right? But the bet is probably going to be the money line for show purposes, right? So we got 8 legs in here. We got one method, and then we got one fight to go the distance. The rest of my money lines, right? We got Gassiev money line. We got Kadiev KO, which is today. We got Gumont money line, which is today. Usamanov, which is tomorrow. Money line. Mercado, Scott Nicholson, Pacheco. So we got Gassiev, Gumont, Usamanov, Mercado. I'm taking Scott Nicholson out. Diego Pacheco on the money line. Gassiev, Gumont, Usamanov, Mercado, Pacheco on the money line. Then we got Katiev KO tonight. And then we got Diego Pacheco money line. That gets us the plus 290. If we ask Scott Nicholson, I'm not adding Scott Nicholson there. Let's find something else to ask Scott Nicholson. Let's give ourselves one more parlay piece. We got a 7 leg. Let's go ahead. Just fuck it. Let's just make it an 8. You can split it up 4 and 4 if you want to, right? I got to find one more with a little better value than that. Let's try to get our value up. Let's get our value up. I wish Clark had a method on here. Badu Jack is my dog pick. Ew, we throw Badu Jack in here. Let's throw Badu Jack in here. Now we can take Badu Jack by itself. Right? We can take Badu Jack by itself. I ain't gonna get too greedy. But if we throw Badu Jack in here, then we at plus 800, my boy. All right, so what I think? Let's go Jack and McKelvin decision in here, and then we'll take Badu Jack on the money line. Right, let's go McKelvin Jack decision. They get us to plus 450. Boom. Fuck is you talking about? Let's drop the flames on there. Niggas ain't fucking with us. Let me roll up. Niggas ain't fucking with us. B. Let's drop the flames in this bitch. Let's drop the flames on their ass one time. All right, but I digress, man. So boom, there we go, man. We gonna take that bitch to go to this. That's at plus. That's at minus 240, right? So now they get us to plus 445. They get us to plus 445 on straight money. Well, not straight money lines, right? But we got one knockout tonight, Katiel. Right? We got 2 fights tonight, right? So I guess I'll be back a little later tonight. Right, but we got 2 fights tonight. Let me drop this in there for y'all. We'll start from today, right? We got Katiel KO. That's tonight. Tonight. Katiel KO. Man, we gonna take Gumon on that money line. If I want so we gonna take Gumon KO by itself tonight. Right? We gonna take Gumon KO by itself tonight. We gonna put a money line in the parlay, right? We gonna take Usamano over Maxi Hughes, right? And y'all gonna see majority of these are money lines, right? So we could take Ernesto Mercado out too at minus 2,000. That ain't worth for shit. So let's take Mercado out. It's at 419, so it's a 7 leg. Right? Yeah, let's take Mercado out. We'll leave Guzman in there, even though he nasty. We'll just leave him in there because it'll give us something to look forward to for the night, right? Right. So Kadiev KO, Guzman money line, that's tonight. Usamanov is tomorrow on a Friday. Right. Then we'll get into Saturday. We got 3 fights Saturday, 9, 10, 9. Right. So Flores and Cordina distance. Wait, no, we got Gassiev. My bad. We got Gassiev Friday too. So Gassiev Friday too. Right. Then we got Flores, Cordina, distance. Right. Then we got Jack McKelvin distance. Let me go Pacheco. And that's the elongated. Yeah, and that's the elongated one. If he see over tier, he gonna get knocked out. And I mess with Badu. I'm gonna take Badu to win this fight. I picked Badu to win this fight. By the way, y'all, if y'all watch the video, y'all know I got him to win the fight. I'm gonna drop the parlay at the end, but y'all know if y'all watch the video, y'all know I picked him. Right, and it's 420. That's the perfect number, right? So that's seven. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's plus 420. Right. So I got in order of Friday, Saturday. So two of our legs are tonight. Two of our legs are tomorrow. Right, and then we got four. Then we got three Saturday. Right. So today, tomorrow, two today, two tomorrow, three Saturday. And the three Saturday, we need two distances in the Pacheco. Right. I think the sweatiness is going to be maybe Jack and McKelvin distance. They just went distance once, right? But you know how they go with the big guys, right? So that is the weekly. Those are that's the weekly parlay, right? Weekly picks, weekly parlay, however you want to call it. I did the weekly picks and we put together that parlay. And now I just throw it, people, let's and, if you want to shorten it up, you most definitely can shorten them. You can take your favorite out there, John. You can do Gassiev, KO, you can do it how you want to. If you want to take Gassiev out, right? Because some people may be taking Kurad Pulev. Not everybody got Gassiev, right? But I got Gassiev, right? That could be a bit. I think the two sketchiest ones in there, right, would be the Jack McKelvin distance and I guess Gassiev money line. But there's a chance Gassiev could go in there and just knock him smooth the fuck out. You know what I mean? But because they're big dudes, just because they're bigger guys, right? Bigger weight classes, shit tend to go awry. I think today though, I think Katia gonna put Brass in the dirt smoothly. And I'm gonna take Gumont also knockout today. It's like plus what's Gumont knockout today was? What was Gumont knockout? Let's check and see what Gumont knockout was. We can go on extend this thing about 45. All right, let me timestamp this. Let me see what Gumont knockout was. Swiftly. I'm playing it as a single day. Gumont knockout was plus money. I'm gonna play. I think it was like plus 170, plus 180, or something like that. But we got him money line in the weekly parlay, right? But I'm gonna take him knockout today. I'm gonna take two knockouts today. His knockout is plus 120, right? So this is my bet for today. I'm gonna give y'all a today bet as well, right? So Katiev KO, you can do this one, just do this one if you want to, but Katiev KO, Gumont KO, right? Today they get you the plus, what was that, plus 200, right? I'm gonna be playing this today as well, right? With those two fights tonight. So yeah, we gonna be back live for the fight. No, I might come back just for the main event. Actually, no, I might actually run that fucking card to see what kind of traction this gonna get, right? So I may actually run that card, right, to see who really looking for these sheets. Right. So I may fire it up just to see. Right. So I might see what time it come on. But I'm gonna run this for the day. That's the weekly. This for the day. I'm gonna let this thing slide to at least another hour to the top of the hour. Right? We got 45 minutes left, right, man. So this is the open questions portion, man. If y'all got any, this is open questions, man. If y'all got anything to ask me about the week, this will be the time to do it. I'm about to roll one. About to roll one. We gonna bring the camera up a little bit, and I do the timestamp before we get up. I timestamp it like at 55 minutes or something. You know what I mean? And then we'll do the hour even, right, or 1-on-1, whatever we gonna do, right. But I'm gonna timestamp it at the end, right, so y'all don't have to, sit here through, the whole thing like I did the UFC earlier, this week. It took 48 minutes on it, but I timestamped, my picks at the end. This straight boxing right here. Oh, we got bare knuckle too. We got bare knuckle. I did PFL. We got bare knuckle this week. Let me see. Let me check the bird knuckle real quick, y'all. Real quick for y'all. Right. So I may. So let me check bird knuckle real quick, y'all. Let me check BKFC. I may add BKFC to this title. I think it is a BKFC card today. BKFC. Let's see what day it will be. BKFC. Yep. Oh, it's the UK card. December 13th. That's Saturday, right? Friday, tomorrow, the 12th, 13th. Yep, boom. Yeah, so it's the BKFC card. So it's the BKFC card. So let's check out. Let's see that real quick. See, actually, that's the UK card. I'm gonna need a little more time on it. Right. So yeah, open questions, y'all. Y'all got any questions? Y'all got any? Let me put the open question. Right. Anything y'all want to ask? Then before we leave, I put the fight picks in the chat. I put them pictures back up there. You know, when I get ready to timestamp it. Open question. I'm gonna go to the top of the hour. I'm gonna go to the top of the hour, pal. So yeah, we gonna do it. We'll do a little camera time. I get y'all a little. We'll get a little camera. The camera. We'll roll one. We'll roll one, Jack. All right, we'll roll one, Jack. All right. We'll roll one, Jack. Yeah, man. So pictures in the chat. This is the open question. That's what I'm going with. Y'all see what I'm going with today. Them the two that I put the today John in here. These the two I'm going with today. This is what we go play today. Bray. Yeah. Yeah, let for shit. Yeah, we gonna run that at plus 200 today. That plus 200 today actually better than my weekly bet at plus 400. All things considered. Good money knockouts plus 120. I'm just running the club. I'm gonna do this on. Do I dare? You know what, bro? You know what? Because I'm a bit of a daredevil, man. Fuck, let's throw good money. I'm gonna throw good money in the parlay. Throw good money in the parlay. Nah, I ain't gonna throw good money. I was talking about good money, KO. But yeah, they get us the plus 420 right there, man, for the week. And Gumont and Kadiev KOs today is plus 200, man. So you can't beat that with a stick. Actually, I'm gonna put that today up. Yeah, I got that today up there. You know, we are much rather, we gonna make us some bread today, Jack. Uh, yeah, like fuck shit. We gonna make us some bread today, Jack. Man, baby. Yeah, with that whoop whoop. They still serve you a brick or two. I actually still might find time to do that. I'm still gonna do that BKB for y'all. They'll give me something else to do for the. They'll give me something. They give me a video to do for tomorrow. Right there, BKB. They give me a video for tomorrow, man. But yeah, open. Of course, yeah, man. Let me put stuff. Is it peace, fam? He's I like Maxie Hughes back KO. That's a nasty bet, my brother. Good luck to you. I'm not even gonna try to talk you off that because that's a great bet. Do me a solid though, PJ. What's your name? PJ? P9, my bad, P9. P9. Do me a solid P9, bro. If this your first time, don't make it your last time, man. Hit that subscription button, Brody. Subscribe to this channel. You know, we talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day. Not today. We got a fight card and Thursday night football tonight, right? We lit over here, boss. This is our kind of day over here. You know, I would greatly appreciate it, bro. I'm at 5,778. Right, I'm at 5,778, bro. Would greatly appreciate you subscribe to the channel. Help get your boy to 5,779. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate you sliding through though. But I got my picks for today. Got my weekly parlay. I'm not even gonna try to talk you off that P now, right? But because that's something you could play by itself, right? So that's that's a single bet. So that's actually a good bet, right? Especially if it hits. Oh, Pete Terrell, what's good, Pete Terrell? Yeah, did you watch the Sadjo Jack Collin? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sadjo knocked out, bro. Sadjo knocked out a few people for me and got me the bread. Where my guy K at, man? I wish my guy K was here. Truth, because I want so much money out there fight. I want so much money out Sadjo Jack Collin, bro. So much money. I wish my guy K was here because he can verify it. He said I like Pacheco points too. Yeah, I think Pacheco. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking Pacheco. I'm gonna play it by itself though. I'm gonna play it by itself. I'm gonna play it by itself. I think Max Hughes a little too small for dude Pete Terrell. Since I know who you is now, I ain't gotta talk to you like you a new nigga, right, Pete Terrell? I think I think motherfucking I think he too small. You know what I mean? I think he a little too small. I think Max Hughes a little too small. I had Maxie Hughes at first too. I was thinking Maxie too, but the more tape I did, which I said right before I made my pick, right, to give you some context to what I was saying, which you came up, we can cook for a second. I ain't got shit to do. We can cook for a second, y'all. But yeah, just to give you context, I had Maxie at first too, but the more tape I did, I was like, man, Maxie's gonna be giving up a lot of size in her. He has been stopped by one time by Zapata. Now Zapata is a different kind of style of volume pressure fighter than Usamano, but Usamano is like a volume pressure guy. Now Maxie do got a chance to outbox him, right? But I think he giving up so much size, it's gonna be hard for him to get on the inside of dude without him getting touched up because this dude throw a lot of punches. You know what I mean? So I just think he giving up just a little too much size though. But I'm not even gonna try to talk you off the ledge because I know a fucking Maxi KO bet is crazy odds. You know what I mean? So I ain't even gonna try to talk you off that ledge, right? But just give you my perspective on that jump, on the Maxi jump. But yeah, I like Pacheco points. I'm gonna take Pacheco on the line in the parlay, but I'm gonna play Pacheco decision. His move be getting how he do. He said I think they moved him with some cans. Yeah, yeah. His what fight was that I watched? He ain't fought nobody great. Maxie has the better competition. Like Maxie has fought the better guys, right? But I just think this dude active, But I ain't gonna talk you off the ledge though. I think he gonna be active, so Maxie is he go be there for Maxie to hit, but I think he go hit Maxie too, right? But yeah, like cause he throw a lot of punches, so he's there for you to hit him, but he real active. His offense is his defense, right? Maxie do got defense, right? But his offense is his defense. I guess in my mind, I'm thinking he gonna overwhelm Maxie over the course of the fight. That's what I'm thinking. All right. I think he gonna overwhelm Maxie over the course of the fight. I think I said if I was going to play a method, it would have been knockout though. I kind of don't think he's going the distance, Peter. I think it'll be a later with the pace of the fight. If it do go the distance, it's gonna be because Maxie just outboxed him, right? But he's so active, I think it'll be tough for even Maxie to outbox him, right? Because he's so active with it. And he's not the most athletic guy in the world, but has some athleticism too. That's really what sold it for me, right? I saw he had a little athleticism with it. That's really what sold me on him, bro. When I saw he had a little athleticism with it. Peter, shout out my guy Peter, man. Long time no see, bro. Long time no see, my brother. Long time no see, my brother. Glad you're back. Glad you're back, man. I'd be happy to see my people, my my regulars, my returners, my regulars. Be happy to see you. I know y'all be watching the videos still. I know y'all be watching the videos still, but I like seeing y'all, in the live chat, man. Let me know that you're live and well. Right. Let me know that you're live and well. And I know that I don't got no setup time to be going live or no shit like that. So appreciate y'all when y'all do. And I be doing quick lives too, so I know sometimes y'all will miss me. I do quick live, like when I'm doing my picks, the lives be so quick. Right. I'm a timestamp this joint anyway though, right? So no matter how long it is, I'm a timestamp this joint so y'all will be able to skip straight to the picks. I got what I like today in there because it's today. See, I like the Merc breakdown. He's I like the breakdown. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I went through and I broke that math. And we could, if y'all wanted me to give y'all like a tactical breakdown like we just did on there, I can give you a tactical breakdown of the film that I watched. I watched McKelvin and look, I watched McKelvin and Badu Jack fight the first time, right? And I still don't know who I'm thinking who I'm thinking go win that jump. You know what I mean? I watched McKelvin and Jack the first time. I'm taking Jack, right? He won the first time, but it was a majority draw. I mean, majority decision, right? So we gonna be sitting on our hands for that. You know what I mean? That's gonna be which older guy, got the best. Which older guy got the best gas tank. You know what I mean? In the sense though. But Sadjo can fight. Hey, why did you ask me about Sadjo though, Peter? Just curious though. I saw you. You said, did I see Sadjo versus Jack Collins? Why did you ask me that though, my brother? I know it was a reason you was getting to some, and I think I had started talking about some bets and shit, and I threw you off. But why did you ask me that though? Was it something you was getting to with that? Was it something that you was getting to with that, my brother? I'm curious to know what your insight was on that. Cause I feel like you was about to tell me to take Saljo. And if you about to tell me to take Saljo, then I'm all ears. I'm all ears to see, what you thinking, like how you looking at it, right? You know what I mean? But it ain't like the biggest boxing fight weekend, but it's some spots, right? It's some spots in there that I do like. I like the spot today with the two knockouts, right? This week. We can get it started right. I like the spots today with the two KOs. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take the two KOs straight up, boom, boom. Right, matter of fact, let's go and do that now. Let's go and do that now, Jack. Let's go and do that now, Jack. We're gonna go Guma and Katia KO. I'm gonna put that in. It's gonna slap it in. We ain't gonna waste no time because I don't want it going down. We ain't gonna waste no time because I don't want it going down. Right, so let's go and slap this in now. But I don't want to smoke on this junk because I ain't smoked on this junk on this particular stream, right? So I'm gonna keep this stream PG-13, right? So the camera goes down. But yeah, we go kick it for a second. I ain't gonna smoke on it. I'm gonna keep the stream PG-13, right? So again, there I go. But just want to let y'all know that I was here. I was alive and that I was active. You know what I mean? Just want to let y'all know. People be weird too. People be weird on it. But yeah, I went ahead and slapped that two leg in right there. It's above me. Y'all know when I say it's above me, it's plus 198 now. So it went down ever so slight, but ever slow. Ever so slight. Right? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's It's 198 now. 198 was plus 200 on 190 now. Same thing. Same thing. All right, so my 5 bet is left in. What's my favorite boxing picks for the week? Right, so I gave y'all. Let's see. Let me give y'all a shorter. Let me give y'all the shorter boxing parlay for the week. Right, no misses at all, no chances, no sketches, no nothing. Right, no chances, no sketches, no nothing. Right. Let's see. KTL knockout. I'm all over that. We all over KTL knockout tonight, right? Now what? I don't want to bet that necessarily again though. Right, but let's see. What's the no sweat this week? What's the no sweat boxing this week? Ain't no sweat boxing this week. It's all sweat. Pacheco, like, 'cause ain't no way they gonna let Pacheco lose that fight. Even if Pacheco lose that fight, right? They not gonna let Pacheco lose that fight. Sadjo gonna have to knock him out. It really ain't no boxing. It really ain't no boxing like just boxing. It's some good bets this week though. You just really picking your spot. Like you got to pick your spots this week. Like 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 my spot today plus 200, right? You really got to pick your spots this week. It's really what this week about picking your spots. You know what I mean? I think I got a pretty good spot. You know what I mean tonight. That I'm sold on the KTFKO. Right. But I don't want to double triple down because I already got that in there. That's made. That's made. So let's look at other sports real quick. Right? What I've been on 103. Let's go to college b-ball. Let's go to NBA and all that good stuff today. Man, I may add that in there at the end of this. Right, NBA picks today, college picks today. Some already started. Either you think Roach and Crew will draw Erica? Nah, I really don't. Not at all, bro. I think Roach won. Actually, I think Roach won. What you think? I think Roach won. It's only 8 college basketball games today, y'all. I think Roach won though. If I'm being honest with you, thought Roach got him, even with the knockdown. Nah, it's all good, P. Nah, it's all good. Nah, bro, I think he won though, bro. I think Roach should have got them. Roach been on the end of two bad. Roach been on the end of two really, really, really bad. You know what I mean? Well, I ain't gonna say the tank jump was nah. The tank jump was man. Yeah, bro. That dude been on the end of two really, really, really bad decisions, bro. Like, 'cause I think he beat Tank too. I think he beat Tank and Pitbull back to back, and he didn't get credit for any of them, for either of them. Right? He beat both of them back to back, and didn't get credited for either of them, bro. They got to sting a little bit. He was like, I just want a first shot. They got to sting, bro. He didn't get a fair shake for either of them judges, bro. The Tank judge, you like, well, damn, it happened to me once. Okay, well, shit happens, right? But it happened again to me. Come on now. Under the same banner, under my banner, which supposed to be my people. Right. They most definitely gotta keep giving him big fights though, because he probably beat them for they really like Pitbull though. PBC selling Pitbull. They selling Pitbull. They love them some Pitbull. That decision let me know that. Right. That decision let me know that they really love them some Pitbull, man. Because I don't know about that one. Right. I don't know about them. They doing their best to keep Pitbull. I mean, he is relevant. He's an exciting fight. He always be relevant. But they know that though. Right. You can put him on co-main events. Right. You could even headline him, right? But you can put him on co-main events of even bigger cards. You could headline him. You know what I mean? So they know that, right? So they want to keep that as tight as they can. Now they go sell him and Roach, which is a good thing. As long as you give Roach that same push, right? As long as you give Roach that same push, then I ain't even tripping on it, right? But you gotta keep Roach in the game. You know what I mean? You gotta keep Roach in the game, all right? Because he gotta get his just due. Shout out my boy Just Do. You know what I mean? He got to get his just due, dog. You know what I mean? If that Turkey don't get Roach a shot, he gonna be stuck at Pro Box Real. Now he gonna be with Prime, I think. I think Prime gonna take him back now. You know, he was just with Prime and PBC. They let him go. Then he just came back and he really beat Pitbull. They know he beat Pitbull. They could have robbed him, right? But they really didn't rob him, right? I think they didn't rob him because they probably gonna bring him back. So I think Roach gonna go back to the PBC. You know what I mean? I mean, he could mess Turkey. Turkey might not let him get away, right? Turkey might not let him get away, bro. But between Prime and Turkey, right? Because he just did a Turkey fight and he did pretty good. So Turkey might give him another shot, more than likely, right? But I think between Prime and Turkey, Monroe's gonna be all right, right? And Pro Box, you know, Pro Box gonna be ready to take him, right? Pro Box is the for show plan, but I don't even think he gonna need Pro Box right now. He can fall back on Pro Box if his next adventure, his next what's the word I'm looking for? His next endeavor don't work out, right? Whoever he get with, his next endeavor don't work out with whoever he get with. You know what I mean? So I think Pro Box will always be there for him to build them back up, right? Because Pro Box where they build fighters, they can build a start back up to their main stage, and they can build a no name to a main stage, right? So I think Pro Box will always be there for him. I think right now though, I think Prime PBC know what they looking at. Prime PBC, whoever it is right now, right? Whoever running this show, you don't know who running these shows right now. You know what I mean? But I tell you one thing, we starting to get these fights all of a sudden now. You know what I mean? Because we got T.O. Shakur that I ain't even talked about yet. Right, you know what I mean? But I digress, man. I digress, man. I digress, man. Is Abdullah should go with Bomac. Oh, you said that yesterday, bro. I mean, I can see why you say that. I'm not against it though, but I can see why you would say it though. Abdullah with his father though, right? Abdullah not gonna leave his dad if I'm mistaken. Abdullah daddy trained him and his brothers, right? Been training him for long. They focus on Abdullah right now, right? But I think he with his dad, man. He not gonna leave his dad. Him and his dad not gonna split up. Maybe bring Bomac in. You know what I mean? Like Bill be doing. Bill bring people in with him. Like Bill trained Devin, but Bill be having a team of motherfuckers training Devin. All while he training Devin. Right? Bill is learning to be a trainer, too. He know a lot now, right? But in the beginning, that's why he would keep a bunch of people around, right? He was learning as well, right? But let's say it take a group to raise the village. It takes a group to raise the village, man. You know what I mean? So, he not the only trainer. So maybe yeah, they can go give the work with Bomac. But Bomac really the competition because Keyshawn was over there, however they go. I don't know what Keyshawn doing right now. I'm pretty sure if Keyshawn come back, maybe he get trained by Bomac, right? And if Keyshawn left Bomac, right, what was the reason behind it? You know what I mean? You think uh want to? I think you said something about that yesterday, right? What was the reasoning behind Keyshawn leaving Bomac to the winner Cordina and Gabe Flores would be Abdullah Mando. I like that. I like that. He's not like Andy Cruz over the mob guys and that guys. To be honest, in that division, he's not like Andy Cruz over all them guys. To be honest, in that division, aside from Tank when Tank is on his own game. All right, so who we got? We got Abdullah. He said the winner of joke. See, I knew that, bro. I knew that, though. I was just saying that the winner of this fight, go get a title shot. Right? I was just saying. I knew that was. I knew that was the man. I knew that was gonna be next for somebody title. I did not know it was Abdullah, right? Truth, but I knew that was gonna be the mentor for somebody title. Just to know which one exactly, right? So it was Abdullah. So yeah, Abdullah versus Joe Cordina or Abdullah versus Gabe Flores. Yeah, I like that. That'd be nice. Flores ain't got no power, right? And Cordina ain't got no chin. So, but I digress. He's out like Andy Cruz over all them guys. Let's see, man. Andy Cruz got a fight coming up, yo. Andy Cruz got to be cheese, P. 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 Andy Cruz got to be cheese, P. Then we go get into Cordina. We'll get into the fights for this weekend. With I want P. Cordina got to be cheese, dog. You feel me, P? He got to be cheese, bro. Hey, he can't be. Hey, you can't. You can't crown him just yet. He got to get through cheese first, right? He good. Cheese good too. And I ain't even saying cheese gonna beat him, but what I'm saying is we really about to see. We really about to see what Abdullah Mason is. I mean, not Abdullah Mason. We really about to see what Andy Cruz is. And I'm an Andy Cruz believer, by the way. But we really about to see what Andy Cruz is because cheese is not finna lay down for him. I had to let y'all see my face for that. Cheese is not about to lay down for him, though. P, I know P. I know more. I know more about Andy Cruz after this Raymond Maritala fight. You know what I mean? I know more about Andy Cruz after this Raymond Maritala fight. For sure. You know what I mean? I know a whole lot more about him after this fight, bro. Because I think this is like, I ain't gonna say his first real test fight, but this is his first big test for sure. You know, cheese Maritala, right? Ain't no just, Swiss cheese. You know what I mean, P? He just ain't no Swiss cheese. You know what I mean, P? So yeah, bro, I know for sure after this cheese fight exactly what Andy is, man. Cause this is a real one right here. This is a real one. This is a real scrap. You know what I mean? Right. And my guy said something. He said the winner. Appreciate that, Ray. He said the winner. Hold on. Okay, let me use the touch screen. I forgot it's a touch screen too. My mouse acting. He said the winner of Cordina and Buddy. Why you do Gabe Flores Jr. like that, bro? Why you do Gabe Flores Jr. like that, bro? Why you do Gabe Flores Jr. like that? Don't do Gabe Flores like that, y'all. We cannot give up on Gabe Flores, bro. Hey, look, check this out, y'all. Check this out, y'all. Let me see if y'all knew this. Let me see this, y'all. Just take a guess. Don't Google it, y'all. Don't Google it, right? Y'all, take a guess how old y'all. Take a guess how old Gabe Flores Jr. is. Take a guess. Random guess. Random guess, bro. Take a random guess. Take all you think Gabe Flores Jr. He's I forgot his name. Don't do Gabe like that, bro. Don't do Gabe like that, man. Gabe was supposed to be one of them dudes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, now let's like look though. Hear me out. Hear me out. How old y'all think Gabe Flores? Take a guess. Swing in the dark. See, he like 25. See, I think you already knew. You cheating. You already knew. You cheated, bro. I think you already knew. But yeah, so boom. That man is 25 years old. So understand me when I say this. Look at the motherfuckers. This dude fight before and at the age of 25. bro. Why was he fighting them dudes so early, bro? He should be fighting them dudes now that he fought years ago. Bruh, he fought Giovanni Cabrera in 2022. Okay, that's a prospect fight. I get that. Bro, why is you fighting Luis Alberto Lopez, bro, in 2021? Why is Luis Alberto Lopez is 32 years old? Bruh, he's 32 years. Why is Gabe Flores in 2022, which is damn near 2021, nigga. That's damn near 5 years ago. Why is Gabe Flores fighting Alberto Lopez, bro, at 20 years old, bro? Why the fuck is he fighting Lopez in his prime at 27? Why the fuck is Gabe Flores, 20-year-old, fighting Luis Alberto Lopez at 27 years old, bro? 5 years ago. Cloned out. Bro, he fought Jason Velez and then fought Lopez. But he went from he went from a nigga named Cash Lewinsky to a nigga named Jose Ruiz, nigga named Matt Conway. And then he fought Jason Velez, a name we recognize. Jason Velez had 7 losses at that point, right? So he went from Jason Velez to Luis Alberto Lopez, bro. And then he went Abraham Montana. And then he went Giovanni Cabrera. He lost the couple. Then they had to slow him the fuck, and that's when they realized after that second loss, hey, let's slow him the fuck down a little bit. And then he got Murray, Rodarte, right? Rodarte can fight a little bit though, right? Uh, Dennis Cardenas, Alareno, Ariel, but then now he got Joe Cordina, so now he's stepping back up. I think he actually may now at this point at 25 years old maybe be a little ready, bro, to step into one of these big fights, bro, because he really had no chance fighting all them goddamn fights back then, bro. You know what I mean? Him and Joe Cordina about the same size, right? Cordina is damn near 35 years old, right? So he damn near got 10 years on. They the same. They exactly the same size, 5'9", 69.5 inch arms, right? So they the same size. Cordina got more power, right? But I think Gabe might be ready for this one. Dog. Cordina ain't got power like that. He ain't got power like that. Cordina had a knockout since 2022. He had knockouts 2022. You know what I mean? So I think it's going decent. I got Gabe Flores, man. I'm taking Gabe Flores. I'm taking Buddy. Truth, just to say all that. Right? I'm taking Buddy, man. We riding with Buddy. Truth. I'm gonna play that by itself. He said people really thought. Hey, I ain't never think he was gonna be shit. He got some skills. He flashy, but nah. And like he gonna be like he ain't Dookie, right? He ain't extra garbage, right? But he not. I don't think he was gonna be a champion. I did think Gabe Flores gonna be a champion. I think Gabe Flores got moved way too fast. Is what I'm saying. I think he might be ready now though. He said Andy Cruz chain a little suspect though. I see why people would say that. I'm not one of the people who jump in on this so heavy, right? I can see where it come from. But like, I don't yeah, I would have to agree. Like, just a little I can agree with that. His chin's a little suspect. I think that's the perfect way to see it, right? Yeah, it's a little suspect. Just a little, right? I got you. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Right. He said Kid Austin, yeah, fast Kid Austin at 135. So how y'all feel about Kid? I feel like Kid Austin be the washed up Tevin Farmer. He said he had a hard time with Tevin Farmer. He had a hard time with a different Tevin Farmer than who Kid Austin fought though. Right. Look at the run that Tevin Farmer went on before he fought Kid Austin. Yes, sir, truth. Yes, sir, truth. Look at the run that Tevin Farmer went on before he fought Kid Austin, man. Tevin Farmer didn't have nothing left. And he figured it out that day. He figured it out in the ring. Father Time caught up with Tevin in the ring that day, that night, right before last sight. In the ring that night, that fight, right before our sight. You know what I mean? Just caught up with him. Boom. Father Time jumped on his neck and ain't let his ass go. Told him down. You know what I mean? He was like, damn, why I keep getting knocked down? Damn, why I keep he didn't even know why he was getting right. He was like, damn, why I can't stay? Father time, bro. Father time, big bro. The balance ain't the same. The coordinates ain't the same. You know what I mean? The balance ain't the same, man. The coordinates it just ain't really. You know what I mean? It's a certain time in fighters where you gotta kind of just sit down. He did those fights was before the Maritime scrap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maritala fought a better Tevin Farmer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, P. Maritala probably fought the freshest one. And then he went into all them, that series of fights and shit, them big fights. And Schofield was the last one. That's what I'm saying. Maritala fought the best Tevin Farmer. You know what I mean? Yep, know what I'm saying, P. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Exactly what I'm getting at. Maritala started it, right? He started the deterioration, like right before, like that's what it was. Maritala first, and then he was big fight, big fight, big fight, big fight, big fight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yep, yep, yep. But now I think Maritala got some game though. If Merit if Maritala win, lose or draw, the winner of Maritala and Andy Cruz should fight Schofield. You know what I mean? The draw, and even if Cheese lose, I think Cheese still should fight. You know what I mean, Schofield. Because I think Cheese and Schofield will be a good fight. I mean, Cheese and Andy gonna be a good fight. Andy gonna be on his A game though. Andy probably gonna box his head off, right? But Cheese could box. Though. I hope not though. I want to see Cheese. I want to see him at least make a good name for himself. I don't think Cheese gonna win either, y'all. I'm leaning Cruz, but I ain't made my pick yet, right? By the way, but I'm not underestimating. I'm not underestimating Cheese, right? That's not what we doing in here, right? I'm not gonna underestimate Cheese, man. You know, because that boy got. He said we need Noakes versus the kid Austin or Zepeda. Okay, I see that. So we need Noakes versus Kid Austin or Zepeda. Do any of them got fights coming up? Yeah, all those fights could happen, right? Kid Austin got to do something. Kid Austin missed. Kid Austin might have to go up. The Kid Austin don't want to do. He's not gonna be able to. Truth, I was just saying something, but like, bro, he's gonna have to go up. He's not gonna be able to make that. He's gonna have to go to 140, bro. He need to just quit playing with himself. That's why he keep pulling out of fights and shit. He got to do something, man. He gonna have to go up. He got too much muscle. He growing up. Don't try to keep your son down. Don't kill your son. Don't drain your son fluids and shit. Don't drain him. Just let him go up to 140. He's strong. Y'all was talking about how strong he is, how hard he hit. He'll be all right at 140. Everybody at 140 from 135 anyway. Everybody at 140 from 135. Shakur going up to 140. Regis program was never at 135. He always been at 140 though, but he not a big dude. Who else? Fucking T.O., right? 135. Fucking Devin at 147 now, right? Um, George Cambosis fucking 135. Tank Davis at 130, 130. No, he's still at 135. Right, he did that. He those a catch weight, right? Ryan Garcia from 135 to 140, right? You got yeah, Schofield got to move up, man. The kid gonna end up like Regis. Yeah, he got to move up. He need to go and move up now. He need to quit playing with his body. Schofield need to go and move up right now. You know what I mean? That's my concern with Floyd. Floyd got to get in the ring, right? You know what I'm saying? Floyd got to get in the ring. You know what I mean? Like his weight, like that's the only I could think of. You comes putting out of these fights, like right. And I'm giving him an excuse. You know what I mean? Like he got to get out there 130. That's what I'm thinking it is. Like he got to move. He got to move. You know what I mean? Because that ain't working, boss. The regiment, or whatever he doing right now, it ain't working for him, Jack. You know what I mean? It ain't working for him, Bean. It ain't working for him, Bean. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you pass through, making it do what it do. My boxing, you see my box picks for today. I got them down there in the chat right there. I got 2 knockouts today. Get you plus 200. Mine went to 190. Mine said plus 200, and then it said 198, and then it said plus 200. All right, so it said plus 200 right now. Kadiev versus Gumut. Gumut knockout is plus 120, so maybe you want to play it by yourself. But Kadiev knockout, which is what I'm more sure about, is minus 280. So you know me, love a good parlay. Put them things together, plus 200. Let's get it. Let's roll. You know what I mean? I was about to do college, basketball and NBA. I still might end up doing college basketball and NBA picks in this video too, because we still got, another 30 minutes. I ain't got the 2 hour mark yet, right? So I still may end up, doing my college basketball picks and NBA picks and this thing, right? But we was talking a little boxing right now. The UFC video already dropped. We got BKFC, this weekend as well. So we got a lot of opportunities to win some bread, you know what I mean, this week and today. I'm excited about today. We got NFL tonight. Oh, I need to do the NFL pick. Thursday night football. Let's do Thursday night football. I'm gonna definitely gonna add that in there. My bad, y'all. Let's do the Thursday night football. But let's figure this out right now. All right, let's figure this out right now. Yeah, Falcons tell me about. He said, Jay. Oh, come on now, don't do that, brother. Come on down, bro. You know how fast AJ about to knock him out? Do you know how fast AJ about to knock him out, bro? AJ about to knock him out so fast, man. If AJ, if AJ lose, he not. I'm not even finna. I'm not even finna say that because he not losing to no damn J Paul. He said, I was just finna say. I was just finna say. I was just about to say that, bro. If AJ lose to Jake Paul, he most definitely sold his soul. I wasn't gonna say so. So I'm gonna say he took the money, right? Which is the same thing that you said. So it's the same shit, right? But yeah, if Anthony Joshua lose, bro, why you can't say I hope he KO Jake? I hope he KO Jake, but you can't even say that on YouTube. They held that for review. Let me rinse you up, bro. Bro, you can't say you hope he KO Jake on YouTube, bro. They just held that for review. They just held that for review on, bro. That's crazy. Wow, let me rinse you up, bro. You gotta have a wrench on the channel to say you hope he KO Jake. They banned that shit. They didn't ban that. That's crazy. I had to approve it. There you go, bro. You strapped up. You strapped up, Jack. You strapped up, Jack. Ray, yeah, man. Strapped up. Welcome, soldier. Welcome, soldier. Welcome to the field. Cause you ain't even say nothing crazy, bro. See, you ain't even say nothing crazy, and I ain't let you say that. I ain't let you say that. Nah, don't be trying to censor my guy, bro. If my guy want Jake to get knocked out, my guy want Jake Paul to get knocked out. Let me see how they work in the algorithm. If my guy want Jake Paul to get knocked out, then my guy want Jake Paul to get knocked out. Jake Paul going to bed, right? But I would give Jake Paul some credit, right? Jake Paul, we've been asking Jake Paul to do what, y'all? Truth. What we been asking Jake Paul to do? We've been asking Jake Paul to fight a real boxer. Fight a real boxer. Fight somebody your own size. You ain't no real boxer until you fight a boxer. Fight in your own weight class. Fight somebody your size. You know what I mean? And Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul by brutal stoppage is crazy work. Nah, DJ Paul getting knocked out though. Honestly, getting knocked out. I think he stands no chance, bro. Zero chance, bro. He said he plugged in with the man. The man can't save him in that ring. Hey, AJ plugged in with the same man. Same man. Right. Hey, not for real though. AJ put him in the bed, bro. Bro, Jake Paul didn't stop Anderson Silva, man. He didn't even stop Anthony Joshua, right? He ain't stop Anderson Silva. You think he ain't stop Anthony Joshua? You think he finna stop Anthony Joshua, big dog? No, brother. No, brother. Brother, no, brother. Zerto fighting Safar. Zerto about to fight Benavidez. Oh, you mean next? Zerto about to fight Benavidez in May. Zerto about to fight Benavidez in May, big bro. Bro. He about to fight that man in May. That fight already set. Already set. He fighting David, man. Okay, so we got Falcons. Let's go to Falcons and Buccaneers. He fighting. He fighting David Benavidez. He fighting David Zerto. Go get it down though. But yeah, AJ go knock Jake Paul out so quick, smoothly, smoothly out. Right. My other boxing picks are up in the chat, y'all. If y'all want to, before I end the stream, I'm gonna do a timestamp, right? So for the people who don't come for the live stream, you skip the board part. I'm gonna timestamp this thing gonna be in the pin comment, so you'll be able to see, the picks anyway. But I dropped the picks are in the chat. Scroll up, see them joints. Can't see them joints? Let me know. Put them on the screen for a second. But I'm gonna timestamp it anyway. Is what I'm saying. Uh, we got Falcons and Buccaneers tonight. Bucks are 7-6. The Bucks ain't been shit for weeks now at this point, but they are healthy. We got Kirk Cook starting at QB. Drake London is out. One thing Kirk Cousins will do is throw the rock. Falcons scored 9 points last week. The Bucks should win. The Bucks really should. Everybody probably go bet the Bucks. So what's the line? I'm pretty sure the Bucks the favorite. Falcons scored 9 points last week with Kirk Cousins. It's minus 270. Bucks offense ain't been shit though. But I did I took Bucky Irvin for a touchdown last week. He hit that right. So let's go back with that. And broke, don't fix it right. So let's go Bucky touchdown. Mike Evans back today. So Bucky Irvin touchdown. B. John Robinson touchdown. Now is it? But I know they gonna use B. John a lot. So let's go B. John rushing the receiver. Let's go B. John rushing the receiver. So I'm gonna drop an NFL pick on my NFL. I'm trying down. I'm gonna do 3 or 2. He's sitting at 120. Let's take him for 100. All right, so let's go. B. John 100 rushing plus receiving. They get us to plus 209. Bucky Irvin touchdown. B. John 100 rushing and receiving. yeah, really. I honestly don't trust either of these offenses right now. Over and under is 43 though. It's kind of low. Falcons only scored 9 last week. The Adams versus Mo, Adames versus Mo. You saying that's happening, or you saying like who I think go win it? You asking who I think go win it, or you saying that's happening? But QB is 150. If these ones come out here and don't get $150 million, I would be. Let me see. They better get it. Yeah, that's how we'll get some juice with that. Add a little. What the last game? Huh? I didn't get it to the last game. 12-7. Nigga didn't get 100 passing. Saints do got a decent pass defense. Falcons ain't coming like that. Huh? GB did like Let's see the Kirk though for 150. Let's see the Kirk though for 150 today. Baker threw for more than 150. Every game's a room to be on. That'll be a hell of a fight. I'm gonna look into that too, bro. That'll be a hell of a fight. I'm gonna have to talk about that. I'm gonna do a prediction though, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna have to check into that though. Ooh, I ain't gonna tell you who I think gonna win, but that'll be a fucking banger. Cause I'm gonna do. I do predictions, so I don't want to give away too much. But man, that's gonna be a good ass fight right there. Like that's gonna be a good ass. That's a great undercard fight. Like a Kofi, like the third, like the second fight before the main event. That's an amazing co-feature fight right there. And he had 162. No, not worth it. Uh, let's go to low end wide receiver props. Mike Evans is bad. Let's go, Mike Evans. 20 yards. Mike Evans 20 receiving. I need a third one to activate my boost. I can't fit. Now Mooney will probably be the wideout that's gonna score. If any other wideouts gonna score, Mooney probably gonna be featured. Let's see what Mooney do. No Drake London. That Khalil Cole versus Hart is on the Andy Cruz card. Yeah, that was supposed to be on another card. They pushed it back. That fight. Yeah, he gonna fuck Hart up, bro. It's crazy they doing that to Hart like that. And crazy they selling they man Khalil Cole about to fuck him up, man. I already did a prediction on it, but I had to erase it, so that's why I say that one. 'Cause I already did one. I don't think it's no secret. If Hart beat Khalil Cole, then it's an upset, right? I think everybody gonna pretty much take Khalil Cole on that one, so there ain't no secret. You know what I mean? But a dumbass versus Mo, that's interesting. Right? Let's see what Kyle Pitts did. They'll take one on TD and he stick hurt. He had 38 last game. Mooney. Oh no. Mooney. Oh no. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. I ain't messing with this shit. I would bet I'm taking Aguilar touchdown when he get in the end zone. They be sneaking Aguilar the ball. I ain't gonna put him in this though. I'm gonna go Mike Evans 20 for sure. Hit White X Booker. Bijan got beat off on Chris Bucky. Kyle Pitts finished with 38 last week. I could just close it right there. I'm being greedy. Close it right there. Bucky TD, Bijan. And I'm gonna leave it like that. We gonna do this, right? Boom. We gonna Bucky TD. We gonna Bijan. 100 rushing receipt. Next plus 209 right there. So I'm gonna add Thursday night football to this junk. And I'm getting ready to close this summit. I really gotta look at some more shit, NBA and shit getting really getting closer to. It's getting close to that time, right, Jack? And let me do this. And I'm gonna do a slip where I put my boxing and my NFL together. I'm finna look through the NBA, see what else I like. But I'm putting them four legs together. My two boxing and my two NFL. Mr. Rebob Cobb. All right, so I'm gonna timestamp this. Actually, let me go and do this shit. I'm gonna timestamp this thing. I'm gonna slide up out of here, Jet. I'm gonna do it at 145. Gonna timestamp that thing at 145. Yeah, my picks for the week. See my picks for the day down there. All right. So let me go ahead and give y'all the rundown of these picks for the people that want to skip the boring part. You can see my two bets for the day right down there. Kadiev KO, Gumont KO. Gumont KO was plus 120, right? So if you want some plus money to play by itself, you can play that. But I just put it with Kadiev KO, which is one of my more confident picks, right? And then Gumont KO, something I think, with plus 120, nice value. I think it should happen, right? Parlay both them things together, get you to plus 200. So that's what I'm going to play today, right? For my fight, my boxing parlay for the week, we got Katiev KO, right? That's in there as well, right? So we need him tonight. We go take Guzman on the money line, right? So we got him KO tonight on the money line for the long parlay, the weekly picks, right? These basically my weekly picks, right? Which is what I'm running through, my most confident, right? Usamo money line against Maxie Hughes. I originally had Maxie Hughes, right? The more I looked at it, I'm thinking Usamano would be able to get Maxie Hughes. I do think he go long, right? So maybe you want to take it to go to decent or him on the points. right? But I do think Usman will win. Gassiev on the money line fighting Kurab Pulev going to be giving up a lot of size, but Kurab Pulev is going to be giving up a lot of youth and athleticism, right? So I think as long as Gassiev does what he's supposed to do, he'll be able to beat Kurab Pulev, who's not that big of a puncher. Gassiev is going to be the harder puncher, the younger guy, the more prime athlete, more athletic in general, right? So Gassiev for the win. We got Flores versus Cordina to go the distance. If you ask me to pick a side in that, I think Flores, on the dog is worth the shot, right? So I do got Flores in that fight. I think that fight goes long, right? But the best bet would be, I think, to take that fight to go the distance is about minus 250 or something like that. You could parlay it like I did. We're gonna take Jack and then McKelvin to go the distance, right? I am taking Jack as the dog pick as well. Jack is my box dog pick of the week at plus 134, right? Badu Jack plus 134, my dog pick. So I'm going to play that by itself. I think that fight is going long, right? So I played Jack on the single, but I do think the fight is going long. Jack won the last fight, right? This is a rematch, majority decision, right? So they're running it back, but he did win the last fight. You know, went to the scorecard. But Badu Jack for the win as my dog pick. And then I got Pacheco money line to close that thing out. 7 leg, is a little too much. You want to shorten it up, you can shorten it up, right? Which is what I gave you today. I gave you something today, right? With this week, you're going to have to pick your spots, right? So I'm going to run this long parlay, but I'm still be playing, you know, method bets and live betting it as well, right? But this is what I'm thinking is going to happen. If you want to shorten it up, if I give you three, Gassiev KO, Pacheco money line, and let's go Flores Cordina to go the distance, right? Those are probably my most confident three, right? So if you want to shorten it up, Pacheco money line, Gassiev KO, Flores Cordina to go the distance if you want to run, lighter. If you want to go lighter on the legs, right? I think that'll be my top three. So let me put that in here real quick to see what that'll get you, right? That's 420. Let me see what those three will get you. Gassiev, KO, and the one I'm running this one tonight. You see floating in the yellow. That's the one that I'm running tonight of this string Thursday night. It's a card tonight. That's what I'm running tonight, right? So that's why I didn't put him back in here. Actually, we probably nah, I said I'm gonna leave Papico after parlay because I don't think he gonna lose, but he fighting a guy who type decent, right? So I just didn't think it was worth the risk. All right, Cordina, let me go distance is like 270 now. And what was my other one? Gassiev KO. Gassiev KO. Gassiev KO. Pacheco money line. Oh yeah. So that'll get you to plus 119. I said three. That'll get you to plus 120. Right. If I'm to add one more, if I'm gonna add one more. He's just too good. I don't necessarily, want to put him in the shorter one. That'll probably be though. Gassiev should beat Pulev, right? He really should. That'll get you to plus 177. Gassiev. Let's go Gassiev, man. We'll throw Gassiev in there. We'll make it a four. No, for now. We'll just do the two. We'll do the three. We'll do the three. So Gassiev KO. That's tonight. So we got one tonight. Uh, Pacheco money line. Yeah, baby, check in front of his fans. Yeah. Yeah, he gonna try to walk in through him. I can see that. But Pacheco can box too, right? So there's a scenario where Pacheco don't knock him out and he just box him, right? Which is why I got Pacheco, on the money line. You know what I mean? Yeah, because Sadjo is a dog, right? So Pacheco might not be able to knock him out, but I think it'll go to even if you go to distance, I think Pacheco box good enough to where he'll be able to to win on the cards. And right, he gonna get that A side love uh type deal, right? So there's that. Yeah, but Sadjo is like, and then if a knockout do happen, right, I think it'll maybe be, either Sadjo caught Pacheco or, Sadjo gassed himself out and Pacheco just, capitalized on. But Pacheco's power ain't been the greatest as he's moved up, but it's been there. That's why I kind of just like him on the money line, right? You know what I mean? But that's another one, right? If you want to do a shorter one, right there, that's another one. If you want to do a shorter one, right there, right? You know what I mean? So 7 leg, 3 leg, right? So you saw the 7 leg for the since the 145. If you want to do a shorter one, this would be my my shorter one. It's over the course of, I think you got one fight each day. No, you got 2 fights Saturday, one fight today. Right. So Cordina KO is probably my most confident pick, but it's no, it's only parlayable at minus 280. Right. But yeah, that's my lock though. Right. So, but if you got money, 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 right, and you don't give a fuck about the money. I think he wins. He wins by knockout. Right. I was on great on that. Right. I did NFL too. Let me throw my NFL, and my NFL folks gonna be mad because I put this at the end, and I'm only gonna put it at 146. So you have to watch me 145. So you have to watch from 145 to 155. But it's all good though because it's in here, right? My NFL parlay today, I didn't take a winner right. I took Bucky Irvin TV. I took Bucky Irvin TD, B. John Robinson, 100 plus rushing and receiving yards combined. They give me the plus 209, right? So pretty good odds on those two. We pretty much holding plus 100 a pop, right? Each leg. You know what I mean? Bucky TD, Bijan Robinson, 100 rushing and receiving. That was my NFL picks, right? For my NFL people. My short, fight parlay for the week, KTF KO, which is tonight. Meet me on the live. Pacheco money line, Flores, Cordina, Dixon, that'll get you the minus 120. And I also have a longer, weekly leg if you want to play that, it gets you up to about 4, 25 for my people who don't mind. You know what I mean? The way who don't mind, just to chill and the thrill of, watching the legs come down. We got a 7 leg weekly, right? Friday, Saturday. I mean, today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday fights, right? So, you know, it's gonna take you to something that, when Saturday night hit, boom, you cash and then you're it, right? But it gets you to plus 420. I like that 420 number. Kati FKO, Gumont money line, because you see down there scrolling, still we got Kati FKO, Gumont KO today. That's at plus 200. We got Gumont money line on the weekly. Usmanov over Hughes, Gassiev over Kurad Pulev. You see Flores in the distance, Jack McKelvin distance, Pacheco money line, right? So that is the 7. So I gave you my NFL picks. I gave you the 2 leg that I'm gonna take today. I gave you the 2 NFL picks that I'm gonna take today. I gave you the set. I picked every fight, this week, right? If you go, listen to the show for the people who want to listen to the long part, right? I picked every fight this week. I gave you my favorite picks of the week as well, right? So I think we got our job done today, man. I appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. I'm a timestamp it at 145, right? So I started doing the rundown at 145. The rundown took a little longer. We had a lot of fights and we had NFL, right? But I digress. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through, skin the hard way, Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, it's the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look.